My screen is so dark, but welcome back to the Chammy, the only Chammy where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house. Anyways, today just doing some tarot readings, energy updates, mentoring sessions, grief counseling sessions. Let me put some notes in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. This is a comfortable and safe place for you to come and discuss your grief, your happiness, your gratefulness, and have it validated. I post tarot readings every day, and I post usually a music video or two a month. I do these lives every day, mentoring sessions, grief counseling sessions every day. Everything you need to know is down in the description. I also have an Etsy shop. So check out my shop, A Lot Too Hot Couture, which has lots of manifestation and divination items in it. Specifically orgonite. There's orgonite pendulums, earrings, pendants. So go ahead and get your life organized with orgonite by checking out the link in the description below. There's also a contest. So if you would like to win a free tarot card reading, all you have to do is subscribe and hit the bell button for all notifications, as well as leave a comment on any of the videos that you like on the channel. And I'll put your name in the Magic Greek Hat on the first of the month, and you might win a free in-depth tarot card reading. Once again, thank you guys so much for all your love, your likes, your shares. Oh my God, there's a crazy bee trying to give me a kiss. Jesus Christ, I'm a bee. Hey, Addison. Whew. That was almost like that time that a fly flew in my mouth. Cheese whiz. How's your day been, Addison? Well, I have something called Van oil, and it's supposed to be used. It's like a hoodoo thing, but I got it because I went to this strange place and needed citronella oil, and it was the only oil there made of citronella. I thought it was funny because mostly people use it for, when it's the Mercury retrograde, and you put it on a white candle and light the candle and meditate on it to help turn things around if things are kind of sliding south. How'd that go? Are they going to put you on like a Atenolol or something for your blood pressure? Did they say yet? Are you okay? Needs meds? That's what I thought. But you might not need the medication for long term. They had to put me on Atenolol, and I had to go on metformin at the same time and HCG diet to save my life, just to kind of get my body back to where it needed to be after all the trauma I caused it. Worrying. It's one of my biggest problems is I am a worrywart. And that can really affect a lot of things on the inside and the outside. Like I've spent the last 10 years working on my anxiety. I mean, they literally just had to add the Atenolol because of my heart rate spikes, even though I was on Xanax for my anxiety because it was so incredibly terrible. Nothing helped, not even CBD at the time. You need cholesterol meds too? Okay. And you can reverse all this. I know that they probably tell you that you can't, but within time you can. There are also holistic options. Okay. I'm not talking about your blood pressure. I mean, there are holistic blood pressure options, but there's also holistic cholesterol medication options like red rice yeast. Okay. That's something that my dad can't use because I think that there might be there's something in it that is also in cherries that he can't have. It turns him red. Oh, it's niacin. So niacin naturally occurs in cherries. So if my dad eats cherry pie, he'll pass out. Yeah, and once you get all this balanced out, you will feel more balanced out here and overall. I switched from the atenolol to ashwagandha, but I also stopped taking ashwagandha for months because after talking to my brother who's a nurse, he was like, just be careful with that because it can really um, dampen your emotional side to things, like anywhere from how you feel about sex to how you feel about others. And I was like, that's interesting. So I went and did some research about it, and I just decided that I would just stick with my CBD and that CBD wheel to create what I needed to create for myself in regards to anxiety. Yeah, no cherries for dad. He can eat a few fresh cherries, but no, when the cherries get cooked and then the niacin gets pumped up even more. So I'm on organic CoQ10. I'm on vitamin D. Um, I used to take uh, Miracle 2000 as my vitamin, but I stopped taking any vitamins or food or drink that's in a plastic container. I just won't do it. It I do get my iced coffee. I drink a cold brew coffee. It is in a plastic bottle, but I plan on changing that soon once I can find a blonde roasted concentrate that's in a glass bottle. Yeah, I'm on B12 injections. The needle's like that big, and I stick it in my hip once a week. I'm on a huge dose of iron every day because I don't want to go back to being anemic. Um, I switched my vitamins, like I said, from the plastic bottle Nature's Miracle to this other stuff. I can't remember the name right now, but it's like in a big brown glass bottle. It has everything I would ever want in it. I kind of wish that the vitamins I want to use came in a glass bottle, but they don't. I'm also on um, several different mushrooms just for overall well-being. I've also got dad on this stuff. Little by little, I'm just adding certain things to his diet. Yeah, I was severely anemic, and I can just go right back to being anemic. So taking B12 as a capsule or as a pill is not going to affect me the way an injection would. So since I'm not afraid of needles, I just stick myself with it and move on about my day. I really enjoy watching my dad squirm. He's like, no, don't do it. Why do you do this to yourself? So I can be healthier. Molly's really squirmy of needles too, and I had to take my B12 injection once when she was here. And she was just blah, blah, blah to me in the kitchen, and I'm just like, and she's like, no, don't do that in front of me. I'm like, be careful. It's chasing you around the house with it, hanging out my hip. uh, I was pretty intimidated by the needle too when I first saw it, but when I realize it doesn't hurt as much as you think, if at all, because the needle is so tiny. I mean, it's like paper thin. It might be long, but it's paper thin. And also, when they do the injection, it's like right here on this hip part. So because that, I mean, pinch yourself there. You can hardly feel it. Oh, girl. I can't wait till you start feeling better. At least you know what's going on and you know what the next step is to take with all that. Plus adding less processed foods and more, raw and unprocessed foods to your diet is going to help substantially. I'm on this whole no processed food thing, and I feel so much better. Much better. Right. Let me get this link up in the pinned comments. So once again, YouTube told me that this would be a good time to come online today or post a video. We'll just have to see how it works out. I will have to leave soon because I got to go work on the car. Dad and I are going to make a video on what we're doing to the car today because we didn't find it in the YouTube encyclopedia, so we figured we might as well share. I'm going to go ahead and put my call center info at the top in the pinned thing. If somebody wants to call me on my call center, please be polite, or I will block you, and they will block you too. Please don't forget that they also will have your private information. So if you call to stalk me, harass me, yell at me, or just to troll me, you will be prosecuted to the fullest extent, and I will call my police department after getting your information from my people who assist me at the call center on the other side. When there's a troll or a stalker or somebody who wants to mishandle their presence or my presence with them. I'm sharing this with you guys because people have asked, they wanted to call the call center. I have stated that despite the fact that it's cheaper to pay for a reading here, I'd rather you pay me here because it's cheaper and I don't have to share 50% of the process with or profits with the call center. I'm still going to share it because maybe you guys might need my help and I'm not around here on YouTube. I've been trying to get them to update my profile for months because I've lost 40 pounds and my hair's changed 10 times since I started working there. Yes, we can do your reading this weekend. Absolutely. And you know, we can do it live right here privately on YouTube. And how it would work is I would just start a live and then I would set it to private and only invite you, and then we could chat like this and do it privately. Um, or I could just do it like, you know, where I do it. You give me your questions on Instagram or whatever. Sorry, my eyes are itchy. Uh, and give me your questions that, you know, are important to you. That could be one question. It could be 40 questions. And make sure that you think about the questions too. And then I can record it here live by myself privately. And then once I'm finished, just give you the unlisted link, or only you and I will have the link. I thought announcing the winner would in lives would be more fun to do with everybody, the magic recap, but this time around it really didn't work out as well as I thought. So I might go back to where I do just the 5-minute live where I pick the person out of the Greek Magic Hat and then put their name up in a title and just post that video so that people maybe they'll see their name in an update. So they'll be like, oh, why is my name in her up? Might go back to just doing it like that because Trouble Woman, I didn't claim it. Jack Mag, who's usually always around, didn't claim it. But I'm still giving them free energy updates this month because I feel bad that I should have just done it the other way so that maybe the original person, maybe she's not even subscribed to me anymore. I don't know. Is my phone charging? Okay, yes. So yeah, YouTube said 2 o'clock, 2:15 between the hours of 2 and 3 would be a good time. Let's see what the next hour is. The next magic hour they say might be. I also don't think that the IQ algorithm thing that they give you is uh, any different from the one that actually YouTube gives you in YouTube Studio. My phone, I don't know what's going on with my phone today. It's so slow. All right, babe. Thanks for letting me know. Be safe, please, while you're driving. Excuse me. Motorcycle smells so bad. It's definitely diesel. Hey, Leia, welcome back to the Chammy. I'm good, babe. How are you, dear? How's your day been? Sorry, I'm having a coughing fit because, like, I vaped and then my CBD, and then someone drove by in a diesel moped. It was super stinky. Is anybody else's electronics haunted today? Because it's slow. I can relate. I can totally relate. I'm going to start making a video pretty soon with my dad. Okay. I can't believe my whole screen froze up when I said haunted electronics. Oh, yeah, very haunted. Very, very haunted. Sometimes it could be like the hottest day of the year, and I'll be in the house, and there'll just be this ice pick, cold, shivering, like vibration that comes to the whole house. And it's so weird because it's not the air conditioner, and it's definitely some kind of presence. And it's even more prevalent in the winter. It'll be all nice and warm in the house and have a fire going and the heat on and everything, and the windows closed and the storm windows down. And it'll just be like this ice pick frost that comes through the house and takes hold of you like that. It's really scary. We used to have a doppelganger. The doppelganger might actually be like tormenting the new people instead of me now because it knows I won't put up with its shit. There's also the keeper of the graveyard. He's pretty cool. I have no problem with the man in black. I feel like, more than anything, he's keeping me safe from that which might be not so nice, to be quite honest. You have a spirit that lives with you too. Interesting. Well, I'd love to hear more about it. And you've got some more time. I didn't realize how many hundreds of them there were until Liz Love came by the house for my Halloween birthday party last year. And we put the spirit box on for the first time. And I mean, my flesh crawled. Like, I'm not easily scared. And I don't usually get freaked out too easily, but sometimes there are certain things that happen that set me off, and I'm just like, there's so many of them that wanted to talk. And I posted that video too a while back. So sometimes when I'm here in the vortex doing the spirit box, I have to be careful not to do more than one. And I keep finding 2 and 3 and 4, and then I can't function all week. Not to mention, several people have died in the house as well as killed themselves while I lived here and while I didn't live here. So we're dealing with that as well. Plus, the house is actually built on top of the graveyard as well. So who knows what's under the house? And that's straight out of the historian's mouth. So apparently from the street on the other side of that car down to the street on the other side of that chair and that tree, and then all the way back behind our house down to the creek. It's quite a huge graveyard. I'll never forget the first time that I realized there was a doppelganger in the house, or that there could even be a spirit trickster like that. So I went in and I asked someone who I lived with, I was like, were you just in the dining room? And then they were like, wait a minute. Wait, I just thought I saw you in the kitchen, but you're just coming in here. And it happened several different times. And it didn't just happen several different times in one day or month. We're talking throughout the years I've been here, and I've been here a decade. Also, we'll lose things. Like, one day we made a orgone pyramid for an ALS patient in Nashville. And we had it set up on this place to, like a table or something, that to go pack it up and send it to our friends so they could give it to the ALS patients. And it just fell off of the table, like if something like knocked it over. And then we looked everywhere for it. It was just gone. It was just gone. Like, how? Where did it go? What happened to it? And then years later, like, it just popped up in a place that, it wasn't even the room that it was in the last time we saw it. And this happens often. So we started putting the orgonite and making the orgonite in the graveyard, putting it in around the house, putting it around the neighborhood. There's over 1,000 pieces, and plus orgone electric generators going in the house. So because it all creates life energy, it helps to clean out that strange and weird, creepy vibe it was giving off all the time, and also ran off a lot of different entities that, or has shut them down. Yeah. And also another thing that we need to understand about the whole strange incident of items going missing and turning up in strange places is the ghost and spirit thing is not the only thing that does that. We actually do that with our minds, believe it or not. And I had just learned about that. It's like quantum jumping. It's like when you shift your reality. All right. It's like when you're manifesting something, right? And the way that you shifted on the inside regarding self-concept, maybe your thoughts and feelings about the world, your life in general, your money situation, your partner, etc. Things will that will happen unintentionally. Like, I swear I put that over there, but now it's over here. And that is a true sign of the fact that you've shifted inside. So you've shifted certain aspects of your world and your 3D reality. So maybe you swear you put your glass over here on the veranda, but you come back out and it's over here on the other side of the veranda. And the way that you can tell the difference is what you're feeling here. Like if you're feeling creeped out by that, like if you're feeling like that's just really, like that's just not right. Like I did about the orgone pyramid, like the way we felt about the orgone pyramid. You're probably not too far off about it being paranormal. But when it starts to feel like, I put my lipstick over there, not over there, but it doesn't feel creepy, it doesn't feel weird, it feels more like, that's interesting. That's interesting. And you don't read too much into it, that's because you shifted it. You shifted inside, so your whole 3D had to shift. That's why you might be manifesting a specific person. They don't show up right away, but your ex does. Or people from your past are coming out of the woodwork, and they are a different version of themselves to you because you shifted inside. Your self-concept or whatever it was that you were seeing, or whatever you were believing, because your 3D reality is only a mirror of what's going on the inside. So here's a typical piece of orgonite that we might put in or around the graveyards or the home. We might wear our pendants or take them with us. I kind of wish that my friend Carl, who is an or who is an organ scientist, I wish I had have had more time to like learn how to make the organ generators. But I think that I know they say he passed away, but I still think that he got his time machine working and took off. Yay, my phone works again. Okay, maybe it's not working. I was trying to put a notification out about me being live on YouTube, but nothing's working. So. So I am wondering, like, if I just ended the live and then came back like in a minute, would it push my content out? Or if I'm sitting here already on the live, is it going to push my content out at 3? I'll be right back, guys. They got their leaf blower out. Love and light bright.